Oh no, does he have a Gizka as well? Oh no, he has a Gizka as well? Either that came from my ship or he already had it. Oh boy. Can you help me with my Gizka problem? Don't see many of your kind here. Not since the war, at any rate. What brings you here? For a super secret mission that I'm not supposed to tell anybody about, I'm on a mission looking for a Star Forge comes up incredibly often. I'm on a quest for the Jedi Council. The Jedi Council? Don't tell me you're a Jedi. You sure don't look it. I am their only hope. They have sent me to stop Darth Malik. Darth Malik? Never heard of him. Or is he that new Sith Lord who's giving the Republic such a hard time now? Haven't been keeping up on recent news. Okay, so we're basically filling this guy in on all the goings-on. He is the Dark Lord of the Sith. A new Dark Lord, is he? It always seems a new one pops up, no matter how many you kill. Your business with him is none of my business, of course, and I don't want to pry. But why are you out here? Running? When I acquired the Ebon Hawk, I had the coordinates for your station. Acquired, eh? Well, figures Davik would be lazy enough to leave it in the nav computer. Didn't leave anything about this system, did he? Didn't leave anything about the system, did he? Ancient ruins or anything? Sorry, what? Didn't leave anything about the system. Awkward sentence. What ruins? Yavin's fourth moon used to hold a great number of temples dedicated to the ancient Sith. When Exarchun came here 50 years ago, he used the temples in his efforts to crush the Republic. He failed, obviously, and the Republic bombarded the surface almost into oblivion during their counterattack. Now all that's left is a lot of craters and a little bit of jungle. You could find stuff there for years afterwards, but I've got pretty much everything there was... Mostly all I've been doing the last couple of years has been tinkering with what I found here, getting some of it to work and modifying the stuff the smugglers and Trandoshans bring me to look at. Okay, so there's a moon with a whole bunch of bombed out stuff on it, huh? That was a lot. Okay, you're an inventor? Maybe a little. I just tinker with stuff I found lying around in the ruins of Yavin 4. Or that the Trandoshans and smugglers bring me. Of course, with them it's usually weapons and things. And I just have so many ideas that people haven't seemed to come up with yet. It's really quite astonishing. Yep, I got the Trandoshans, I got the smugglers. Yeah, I got all that. I'd like to ask you something else. Tell me about this system. Well, this gas giant here is Yavin, and it's got a whole bunch of moons around it. The only real interesting one is Yavin 4, though, and it's been pretty much picked clean. Yeah, we got that Yavin 4 was the Sith stuff. What was on Yavin 4? When Exar Kun, whatever that is, started the Great Sith War 50 years ago, he used Yavin 4 as a base, building a lot of his Sith stuff. When he lost, the Republic came and bombed the surface of the planet, destroying pretty much everything. Okay, yeah, I got that. Not interested in more questions right now. Thank you. Do you have anything you'd be willing to sell me? Yeah, I got a few things kicking around the place. They aren't cheap, though. If you're willing to pay, I've got a few of my more advanced things you can look at. I'm always looking on more. Okay. Wow. What? Light exoskeleton. 10,000 credits. Defense bonus 6, max dex bonus plus 5, dex 1, strength 1. Upgradable armor. No wonder that's so bloody expensive. Baragwin Shadow Armor. Defense 7, Dex 4, Stealth 4. Upgradable armor as well. Ooh, this would be good possibly for mission. 6,000 credits though. Advanced stabilizer gloves. Blaster bolt deflection. Oh, that's terrific. Advanced sensory implant, awareness plus 10 with a dex of 2. Advanced biostabilizer implant, mind affecting and poison immunity. Droid shield. Oh, this is an unlimited use shield. Oh, this guy has some good stuff. It's just all super expensive. Oh, you Gizka, you're giving me Yeah, leave it alone. You're giving me flashbacks here. That's a cool skybox. Although it's technically not a skybox, it's more of a star box. Okay, long corridor. What else did we have here? Access denied. Access denied. Access denied. Access denied. Okay, this is literally all I can go. Say what? I think I have to literally ask him about the star map. Like to ask you a few questions. Oh, okay, I'll just straight up ask you. Do you know anything about ancient star maps or the Star Forge? Never heard of them. Or it. There's plenty of artifacts on Yavin 4, but no forges or whatever. If that's what you're interested in, you'll probably want to try another system. Okay. Maybe this is just a location you can fly to for a shopkeeper. He's just a random shopkeeper on the edge of the galaxy?
A good RPG has their merch, right? Their merchant with all the goods.
Gotcha, this guy's the traveling merchant, essentially, only I have to travel to the merchant.
I didn't need to play, like, Korriban or something, and then, like, ooh, Yavin, that's it.
Gotcha. So when I have monies, come back to here.
Sell him stuff. He buys it for more, I think.
Oh, really? He buys for more, huh? Nope, I don't want to run into the wall. Okay, that wasn't quite what I expected, but... Yavin. Okay. Let's go to Korriban. Here we go.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. There are some who believe Korriban is the birthplace of the Sith. This planet is an evil place. There are secrets here best left uncovered.
It looks like the star map was in some sort of cave.
During the vision, I felt cold and trapped, almost as if I was buried alive. It felt like we were in some kind of tomb. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Won't the Sith recognize you?
Maybe you're right. Most of the Dark Jedi would only know me by name, but there are a few among them who might recognize my face. For the safety of our mission, I must remain on the Ebon Hawk while we are on this planet.
Understood, and I agree. Oh, Kiska. Okay, who do I want? I like Karth. He's my guy. And I could do a Karaeous. Oh, what do I want? I haven't actually played with Karaeous yet. I'm going to take him. And he has quite a few level ups. Pure Pazak chess. What planet are we on? I just arrived on Korriban. So we'll see what happens. Can you offer a Karaeous tip? He should be melee. He should be melee. Really? Even though he has a big old gun? He's strong as all get out and goes crazy with 2 swords. Interesting. Because I know Karth is also a soldier, but I'm pretty sure he's gone the whatchamacallit route. The dexterity blaster build. Even though he has a big old gun, he functions better as a tank. Oh. So where Karth is kind of the dexterity blaster boy soldier, sounds like Karaeous might be better as a strength melee soldier. Yes.
Would you like my input?
Apparently I'm getting input from all sides today. Yes.
First of all, Pure Pazak Chess is an awesome, awesome name. And I know that reference, and Karaeous doesn't yet, because he hasn't played KOTOR 2. Second, you're absolutely right. Karaeous can definitely be a swordsman. I usually utilize him as a repeater guy. You can do both. But I think Pure Pazak Chess, I'd give it a try.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Karth is a pistols guy. Karaeous has a zillion hit points and heals himself a little every 4 seconds.
Yeah.
That's right. He has the auto heal implant. The one I tried to see if I could take away, but I couldn't. I remember. Plus he can wear heavy armor. Yes. Yes. Okay, I remember that now. So if I gave him an improved toughness... Okay, you just have on a military suit right now. What other suit do I have? You know what, Karth? You have Kalo Nord's armor. I'm actually going to take Pazak's suggestions. I'm going to put you back into... I'll put you back in a Davik's warsuit. Karaeous, I'm going to put you into Kalo Nord's battle armor. And apparently giving this guy some swords. Not lightsabers. If I give him my prototype vibroblade and missions vibroblade, so he has 2 upgraded vibroblades. Ooh. Oh, but there's also the foil. What is that? Damage. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, looking at my numbers. Oh, wow. Yeah. The foil is much better. Okay. Let's level this guy up some more. Skills. Treat injury. Feats. Let's buff 2-weapon fighting. Level up again. Master 2-weapon fighting. And now feats. Okay, let's go with Master Toughness. Give him all the hit points. 166 health. Nice. Buff his strength a little bit more. Skills. Injury again. Might want to give him power attack or critical strike. I think I want power attack. Let's improve that power attack. And then improve it again. Master power attack. And there he goes. Looking good.
What?
Alrighty, what can we do here? You boy.
Nice to see the Hawk still in one piece. Beauty of a ship, that.
Oh. He knows the Ebon Hawk. How do you know about the Ebon Hawk?
Ah, I've seen this little ship before plenty of times. Used to make runs for the exchange, didn't it? Korriban's nice and remote. The kind of place the exchange likes. You don't need to worry about me saying anything. I don't give a whit what you do with your ship. Smuggling's what the Hawk was made for, though.
Who are you?
Oh, nobody special. I just do the routine maintenance work for the ships that come in. I used to see the Hawk here all the time.
Oh, pure Pazak. This guy implies the existence of Space Ireland. That is so true. The Space Irish accent. Can I ask you some questions?
You sure can.
What can you tell me about Korriban?
Not much. It's a pretty barren planet, to tell the truth. Not of much interest to anyone. Unless you're a Sith, I guess. They seem to think this place is something special.
Do the Sith think Korriban is special?
Probably all them ruins they found on the surface. That's the reason they built their academy here, I guess. To dig all them ruins up.
There's a Sith academy here?
There's people that come here from all over Sith space to try and join the academy. Most of them die, I hear. Pretty gruesome business, that.
Oh my. How does someone get to the ruins?
You don't. Not unless you're a Sith in the academy. They're the only ones allowed on the surface. They pay Zerka to ship things in and out, I guess, but that's all closely monitored.
More Zerka stuff. Interesting. How does someone get into the academy?
I don't know. There's all kinds of hopefuls in the colony trying to get in. Why don't you ask one of them?
For a super secret mission, why am I just asking anybody about a star map? No. Thanks, I'll be going.
Yep, take care now.
Okay, what do we got here? Star map, Korriban. Seems that only the Sith of the local monastery have access to the ruins on the surface. If you are going to reach them and search for the star map, it will have to be through the monastery. Interesting. Oh, Pazak, ain't that the truth? You there, unnamed mechanic, have you heard about my top secret quest? Ah, I see. Another Jedi come to small Korriban, yes? Good to meet you. Jedi come here often, do they? There are many people who come to Korriban from throughout Sith space, hoping to join the Academy. Some of them are Jedi who have left the Order. You will get into the Academy for certain. I understand Jedi who have left the light side are made very welcome. Pazak, yes, I'm doing a light side run. I have a hard time being dark side anything. I understand Jedi who have left the light side are made very welcome. So I imagine. But enough about that. It is very nice to see that the Ebon Hawk has returned. I have not seen that ship in some time indeed. Since you're a regular to our little colony, the docking fee is only 25 credits. I'll give him the money. I don't want to get in trouble. Excellent. Continue on through. Please be aware that the colony is under Sith jurisdiction. I'd advise you to stay out of their way. Can I ask you some questions? What information do you wish? You there, other random person. Have you heard about my secret quest? What do you know about the Sith's excavations? The ones on the surface? All I know is that only Sith students go there. Interesting. One moment. Okay. Okay, so he seems a little agitated. Okay. You quite literally never have to pay docking fee. You can always persuade them to let it slide. I've tried to do it once or twice before and it didn't work. I forget where it was though. Zerka Store, Cantina, Korriban. I like that this is like an evil college town. The Sith are there, and they are just a bunch of townies around staying out of their way.
No, that is the wrong answer. Again, you pathetic hopefuls can't possibly all be this stupid, can you?
Please, Master, give us a chance. We'll do anything to get into the Academy.
I'm no master, yet, but I like the sound of that. All right, one more question. The lot of you is trying my patience. All right, let's say you become a Sith and I am your commanding officer. I give you an order to spare the life of an enemy. Do you do it?
Oh, of course, Shaldan. Anything you command us.
We would never oppose you.
No. Oh, do you honestly believe that the Sith are in need of such sniveling cowards? Mercy is a weakness. If your leader shows a weakness, it is your duty to kill him and show true authority, true power. That is why the Sith are strong.
Thank you, Sardan. We understand now.
You don't understand, and you probably never will. You wouldn't survive 5 seconds in the academy. The other students would tear you apart. Bah! I can't be bothered with fools. Perhaps I should... You, Jedi, you're looking to get into the academy, are you not? Well, of course you are. Why else would you be here? Let me pose a question to you. These hopefuls will never survive in the academy. A lesson must be taught here, but I am at a loss as to what form it should take.
Oh, this is rich.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm thinking to spare them the effort of being killed and do it myself. Perhaps I shall turn their skin inside out. Or force lightning. Yes, it's a most impressive display. Or perhaps a bit of humiliation is in order. I could easily strip off their tunics and make them run through the colony. Or they could lose all control of their bodily functions. What do you think? I just can't seem to decide.
Oh my! Why are you asking me?
Please, tell him to let us go, I beg you.
Silence. Why not ask you? I'm rather exhausted from dealing with hopefuls like these. I can barely think straight. Besides, I find it fun. Come now, a decision, please.
Well, I don't want to kill them. Can't let them go without arousing suspicion. I think the humiliation will be enough.
You do? Perhaps having a bunch of hopefuls soiling themselves would be somewhat amusing. Let's see, shall we?
Not exactly what I meant, but okay.
Karth, you fought in the Mandalorian Wars, didn't you? We may have faced each other in combat. What battles were you in?
I try not to think about my past battles too much. The horrors of war are something I'd rather not relive.
The horrors of war? My people know only the glory of battle. I'm disappointed in you, Karth. I thought a warrior like you would understand.
Uh-oh. Keep it cool, you two. I don't want this getting out of hand.
I'm not a warrior. I'm a soldier. There's a difference. Warriors attack and conquer. They prey on the weak. Soldiers defend and protect the innocent. Mostly from warriors.
Nice speech. I bet you tell yourself that every night so you can sleep. But I accept who and what I am. I don't have to justify it with words. Victory in battle is my justification.
Justification through victory. So what happens when you lose? You know, like you did against us.
You had us outnumbered 5-1. You had more ships, more troops, more supplies, and the Jedi on your side. And we still made the Republic tremble before we fell.
Nice speech. I bet you tell yourself that every night so you can sleep. I don't want to talk about this anymore, Karaeous. The war is over. You lost.
And there you see two different kinds of warriors. Time to save. Alrighty, so real talk segment for tonight. I don't really have a specific prompt or title for it. I'm sure I'll think of one eventually, but has to do with dealing with family that is unreasonable, if that makes sense. Unhealthy and unreasonable. This particular subject is something my wife and I are unfortunately currently dealing with, and it's quite sad because it puts a huge dampener on all the holiday joy and fun that would happen. Not going into any particular details, we have multiple members of the family that are being unreasonable and unhealthy, and it's very much causing my wife and I issues. Because we have one member of the family who has been exhibiting narcissistic tendencies, and I'm not just throwing that out there lightly. This is something we've talked about at length, researched greatly, and talked to our family counselor about, trying to figure it out. And then we have a second member of the family who is going along with the narcissist, being what's called a flying monkey. They're always on the narcissist side in everything, in very unhealthy ways. The narcissist can do no wrong, while my wife and I can do no right. So where I'm going with this is we, referring to my wife and I, we cannot force the family members to change. We cannot force the family members to accept a certain way of view. We cannot make them change. We cannot control them in any way, shape, or form. But we very much can control our reaction to how they treat us. They can treat us badly, and we can control the way we treat them back, which is as loving and gracious as we can. And at the same time, we don't have to accept their unhealthiness or their mistreatment of us. We can't make them act a certain way, but we can control our reaction to that. My wife and I are currently in the stage of discussing if we even want to have a Christmas holiday season with some of these family members, and it's very much a sad time. But when you're dealing with narcissistic family members or toxic family members or even unhealthy family members, sometimes the best thing you can do is remove yourself from that circumstance. It's kind of sad that this isn't the first time it's happened. For me specifically, with my side of the family specifically, I had multiple family members on my side of the family that I haven't spoken to in a few years now, because they were unfortunately also narcissistic. It's so sad. They were narcissistic. They were shaming. They were blaming. They were spreading lies about myself to the rest of the family, and ended up what I had to do was more or less step away from my family almost completely. Since then, I've reached out to a few extended members of my family, and I've cleared the air with them, and some of them even agree with my side of things and how things worked out, and they don't agree with the narcissistic family member I have. Am I angry or resentful at my family? No. It took a little while, but I was able to get to a point where I've forgiven them for what they did. If anything, it makes me sad. Sad that I effectively don't have a family, like immediate family anymore, because I have had to distance myself from them. I have had to set multiple healthy boundaries with them, and the main reason I've had to step away from my family was almost every single boundary I ever set for them, they blew right past. So it finally got to the point where, for my own mental and physical health, quite literally, because I suffer from multiple chronic illnesses, I had to pretty much go complete non-talking status. It's sad because I lost my family essentially, but it's made my life better. I'm not dealing with their toxicity anymore. I'm not dealing with their shaming and their manipulation anymore, and my life has gotten better and less stressful. But the price of that is the sadness of I've lost contact with the vast portion of my family. And now back to the situation of me and my wife right now. That's what we're possibly looking at right now with other members of the family. We're not at the point of going no contact. We're still a ways away from that. But we are at a place where we have to start setting hard boundaries and start sticking to those boundaries. We have to start, to a certain degree, protecting ourselves, our own mental health, our own... We have to a certain degree, be selfish in a good way. Because there are people out there, not just family, but there are people out there who will take advantage of you in bad ways if you let them. I've spoken about boundaries before, but I'm kind of coming back to that. Boundaries are not a bad thing. The people that are violating those boundaries may very well make you think, or try to make you think, that what you're doing is wrong or bad. But any counselor, any therapist worth their salt will tell you healthy boundaries are a necessity in life. And goodness knows, during the holiday seasons of Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's what this time is right now, during Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday seasons, we have family coming in from who knows where that we haven't seen in a long time, and there'll always be circumstances where toes get stepped on, words may get said, and feelings may get hurt. That happens. That's a practical staple of holiday seasons when you see people you haven't seen in a long time. But these particular family members my wife and I are dealing with, we interact with on a fairly regular basis. And they've already established, or they've establishing a very sad pattern of unhealthiness. So if you are in a situation where you are not comfortable, if you are in a situation that is unhealthy, one of my first suggestions would be to talk to a counselor, a therapist, a pastor, someone who knows a bit more than you do, and try to work through it somewhat and try to make sense of the situation. Then you can come from the standpoint of being able to make good, healthy boundaries. And then you need to stick with those boundaries. Because if you set a boundary, and then when that boundary is pushed on, if you then remove it or let it down, it ends up not being a boundary at all. And I've had to set multiple boundaries in my life with multiple family members. And after a while, I had to really, really enforce those boundaries and set even more drastic boundaries because they didn't respect any of the boundaries I set for them. So if you are in a unfortunate circumstance with either family, friends, relatives, whatever it is, don't be afraid of healthy boundaries. And at the ultimate sense, don't be afraid to remove yourself from toxic family members if that's what it takes. You can't control them. You can't control how they treat you, but you can control how you respond to them. So hopefully this gave some ideas and some help and insight on this particular area. It's kind of a personal thing right now that I'm dealing with my wife, and we're going through, and we've spoken with a counselor at length about some of this stuff and wanting to share this wisdom that I've been able to glean about this particular issue. And I think that's about all I have for tonight. Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. And I hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.